Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me this week. So this week I'm going to give Claude Design another go. If you watched my previous video, which was released previously, it was a huge fail. I don't know why it wasn't working. Was it in beta? So if you want to see me trying to use Claude Design to create something really useful based on Microsoft's latest study, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I'm on Claude online. I opened up my desktop app and I couldn't see the design function. So obviously it's only on the web browser at the moment. And last time you saw that I was trying to do a 3-year professional development partnership slide deck and it just completely failed. I don't even know why, but I don't want to create any AI slop. So I've got this document, this latest study from Microsoft, they just released, and I want to create a slide deck on this. Now I know that Notebook LM does a really good job of this, but since I've subscribed to Claude, and by the way, I'm on a VPN. I had to use my brother's telephone number in Australia to try and get access to this because everyone's talking about Claude. So let me just explore this. Okay, so project name, let's just call this Microsoft. Okay, 2026. All right, that will just create, yeah, okay, here we go. I'm going to create wireframe, high fidelity, create. Okay, so let's see. If I press create, and then I think it's going to start off hopefully with some images or describe what I want to create. So it says drop files here. So I actually have the file. You can drop images, docs, references, Figma links, or folders. So let me just drop in the document that I want to put. I downloaded it. It's 2026, and I'll put a direct link anyway on the comments here. So I've dragged that in and I've dragged it. Okay, so describe what I want to create. So let's just say, okay, it's uploaded. I want to create a slide deck. Like, let me just dictate to text and see if it works. Nope, it's not picking up, so I'm going to have to just do my bad typing. Can you create a slide? Oh, my typing is so bad. Slide deck based on this document. Let's say 10 slides. Okay. All right. 10 slides. And then I'm just doing something really basic. Okay, first. So let's just send that. And you know what? If it's really difficult to use, then I think it's not worth using. So when I go to Manas or when I go to Notebook LM, I can upload any of my files. It'll create a high-level slide deck. Now, this is supposed to be about design. So I do want to see, whether this is a good design tool. It's running, so it's invoking a skill. Good. It's got over here, I can see we can share this, and then it says new sketch. So I haven't really explored that yet. Tip, white space is not empty, it's silence. Okay, so it's giving me some design tips. I think I learnt the hard way that white space is really good on a slide, or not having a really busy slide is better. And I think it's reading the report. So I'm not sure how long this is going to take. So what I'm going to do is, oh, actually, it's got something here. It's got design system I'm committing to, the type, palette, layout system, the 10 slides, okay. All right, it's giving me some outline of the statistics that are actually in this slide. Okay, and then what else is here? We've got a cover. I only wanted 10 slides, and it's looking at the writing slides, looking ahead, and it says talk to Claude, tap that button to start voice input. Oh, okay, to dictate. So maybe it has its own keyboard setting of when it wants to dictate to text. So I'll try that later. Now, I was going to hit the pause button because I don't know how long this is going to take. but it's giving me, look, tip. Comments and text edits appear as chips in the composer. Remove any you don't want. Okay, I'm hoping this is going to be easy to use, because if it's too difficult to use, I've got to learn how to navigate this new software, then it's not worth it, because there are so many other tools where it's really easy. Okay, so I'm going to hit the pause button and I'll let you know how long this is going to take. Okay. Okay, I'm back because I can actually see something, and it's actually given me a slide deck. Okay, based on the document, that took 2 minutes. Okay, so 2 minutes wasn't too bad, but I didn't want everyone waiting around. So this is a study from Microsoft. They just released Agents, Human Agency and the Opportunity. Okay, and it looked at a sample of 20,000 workers using Copilot, basically. So let's see what they've decided to summarize. As agents take on more of the execution, humans gain more agency, more room to direct the work, make the calls, and own the outcomes. Okay, and then there's like a little flow chart here. Okay, 3 levels of change, one operating model. So the employees, AI lifts the ceiling on individual potential. Leaders, the job is to re-architect work and organization. Every firm is a learning system. Okay, all right, so far so good. Half of Copilot work is cognitive work. That's good to know. So analyzing information, solving problems, evaluating and thinking creatively, the kind of high value work that once required deep expertise now accounts for the largest share of AI use. So 49% of users are using AI tools for analyzing, reasoning, and deciding. 90% interacting with others, 17% producing work, and 15% gathering information. Okay, that's interesting. What sets Frontier Pros apart isn't the mode, it's knowing which mode a task calls for. So an agent assistant, mode 1 is asking. Okay, agent teammate is delegation. So here we've got the sweet spot where the human sets direction, the agent does substantial work end to end. All right, and then mode 3 under agent assistant is exploration, testing what the agent can do, probing edges, trying prompt strategies for unfamiliar work. And then in the agent template, collaboration, the work needs both. Each round of output reshapes the next question. Absolutely. So that human in the loop and that iteration process. So these are the 4 modes of working with AI. 16%, okay, of AI users surveyed, a small but disproportionately valuable group, okay, they refuse to outsource their thinking. All right, so 80% produce work they couldn't have a year ago. 53% pause before work to decide what should be done by AI versus human. That's probably about right, because I don't automatically just go straight to my AI models or my AI tools to when I'm trying to start any task. I probably kind of write down some of my own ideas, brainstorm a little bit, and then there are sections of a particular task that I might employ an AI model. So about half the group is doing that. 43% intentionally do some work with their AI to keep their skills sharp. It's true. I don't want that atrophy of my cognitive ability. So I actually still like to handwrite. I still like to think. I still like to brainstorm. I still like to, use and rely on my own judgment and thinking. And then it says 85 say their manager openly uses it. 2 times are more likely to say they're rewarded for reinvention regardless of outcome. Great. Okay. So, all right, I'm still not sure what the 16% is, to be honest. It says meet the frontier professional. 16% of AI users surveyed, a small but disproportionately valuable group. What? Refuse to outsource their thinking. I think that's related to this. So that's not very clear in terms of the design. But yeah, okay, let's go. Workers are ready. The systems around them aren't. Okay, so the blocked agency, frontier, stalled, unclaimed. So they talk about the different systems. We map 20,000 workers across individual capability and organizational readiness. Only 1 in 5 sit in the reinforcing frontier. 1 out of 10 are skilled but blocked. All right. Isn't the individual, okay? It's the organization around them. Okay. I mean, I'm just looking at the design and also I'm not sure how clear this information is, to be honest. I did promise a few weeks ago I was going to do a side by side with Manas and see how superior that tool is, but I'm still being open-minded, trying to come in with an open mind about the different models, but even I'm biased in terms of the models that I prefer. Every frontier firm builds owned intelligence, okay? And then here, the last slide is the question is no longer whether AI matters, it's whether the firm is willing to redesign itself. Okay, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't say in terms of design that this is really clear. I mean, that's not very clear. This wasn't very clear because the 16% was over here of what it was. But, at least now it's working. It wasn't even working a few weeks ago. So that was just me taking a quick look at Claude Design again on the web version because I couldn't see the option on my desktop. And I'd say it's okay. I've heard that when you do ask Claude Design to create different slide decks, that they become quite generic and look, very similar. So I would say it's probably an embryonic stage compared to Canva. But with Canva, you've got a lot more human input, right? Because you're still dragging and dropping, even though it does have the AI capabilities of creating a design for you. I think that it's in its very, very early stages, and I wouldn't say let's all jump to use Claude Design. I think they've got a long way to go. So thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps keep this channel alive. If you have tried Claude Design and you've created something meaningful, please put it in the link below. I would love to see it, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.